Hi, I've had quite a few conversations recently with people about discipline and specifically them saying, wow, Sarah, you're so disciplined. How do you do it? And I want to share some of the things that I've learned along the way to improve how disciplined I am and to help me achieve the goals that I set myself. The first thing is knowing that discipline is a skill that anyone can build. It is not something that you were born with, it is something that you can develop, which is amazing. So here's what works for me. The first is I have a really clear understanding of my why. I know why I have a goal. What is it that I want to achieve? Is it the output? Is it the feeling? Is it a skill that I'm developing? I have that front and center so that when I'm thinking about doing it, that's what I think about. The second is make it hard to fail. It's easy to have these really big goals and then get overwhelmed by that, but how do you make it as easy as possible to follow through? Is it doing it for 1 minute a day? Is it planning ahead of time so that you don't have to make a decision? You're not reliant on willpower. Can you create a structure that works for you to make it easy? The next is don't fail twice. It's okay to fail today, but how do you make sure that then you show up tomorrow? And again, that feeds back to the making it hard to fail. Because the more consistently you show up, the more likely you are to keep going and to achieve whatever your goal is. Next, know that motivation follows action. We are rarely motivated ahead of time to do that task. It is usually once you're started and you're in the process that the motivation comes. An example for me is going to the gym. I often have zero motivation to go ahead of time, but I book a gym class and that holds me accountable. On the days that I don't have a class booked, I know that if I show up and I go into the gym itself, physically into the gym, and especially if I have a really good playlist on, that's when the motivation hits. Next, set yourself up for success. Understand what environment works best for you, where you are most likely to be successful. Whether that's going to the gym, going to the office, whether it's reducing notifications on your phone, whether it's having a specific playlist that works for you, find that. It could be an accountability buddy. There are so many different options, but knowing that and creating that structure for yourself is so helpful. Again, it's not about relying on willpower. It's about creating the structure that will help you be successful. And finally, I love celebrating my wins. So rather than, again, focusing on the big milestone goal that I have, it's about every little win along the way. Now, I personally have trackers for these types of things. Again, holding myself accountable and celebrating my progress and seeing it visually. But whatever works for you. To recap, discipline is a skill that you can develop. It is not something that you're born with. And there are so many different things that you can put in place to be successful and build discipline. I hope that helps.